G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and this is part or box 2 of 6 of the Yolopart mini series model kits, the Transformers. Last time we got Grimlock. The few weeks before that we had Soundwave. So now we have another box. So we might as well keep going with the fronts. I don't know. I know what is in each box. I don't know which box is which box. So here we go. Let's see what we get this time. Now, as you can see from the thumbnail, I have not shown which model it is. This is a mystery for you, for me, for us. So let's give this a go. Alright, so box aside, as you can see, the bag's already open. Like I said, I do know what's in these-ish. So let's tip it out, and we have Starscream. And that's it for the bag. Alright, so this time we are doing Starscream, which probably should be an idea if I got the instructions, which honestly all the instructions are the same, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. So here we go. Looks very simple considering his legs are already put together, and considering these guys don't transform. Also the fact that we already have his wings attached. Alright, well, we'll start with the legs first and go through it. So we need feet. And I'm assuming the feet won't make any difference. Yes, no, probably not. Alright, slide that on. Very tight. And grab the other leg. That's that on. Just looking at details. There is this information. Which apparently I put on the outside foot. I'd rather... should we leave that on there? I suppose if his legs fold out, you're not going to really see it, are you? I can always change it after the fact. Alright, so we have 2 legs. We might as well do his crutch, if I can figure out where it is. Well, Starscream's crutch is not that exact hard to figure out, so that on there. And that on there. So we have his legs. I'm assuming the torso is just going to go straight on top. Yep. Torso. Actually, yeah, we'll put the torso on. That slides on there. Not too bad. Straighten his feet up a little bit. We'll leave his head to last. So apparently there's like 3 parts for the arms. So obviously we need somewhere to put the null rays. But I'm assuming the arms really don't matter which is which. There's a bit of a scuff on the outside, I suppose. So we'll try to leave that on the inside. So let's say that way. Nice and tight at the bicep. And which hand, fingers. We'll figure out which hands we'll put in a minute. We'll put a null ray on there. And that just slips in there. Nice and snug. I'll put that on the arm. Which I probably should have attached before I attached the null ray. There we go. So I think we'll do the shoulder to the joint first. So, oh, hang on, we got details. So maybe I'm putting it around the wrong way. Doesn't really say because we got this little thing here. I'd rather a clean than a that detail being shown to the front. So let's get that all plugged in. We'll plug it in this time before we worry about the null ray. That way we don't accidentally break the null ray when we attach it. There's the other one. Like so. Even without his head, he still looks like Starscream. Alright, so we'll put the head on. And pop that on. Went on pretty well. Articulation not too bad. I know Starscream's always had a dark face. I always prefer the dark metal for the make toys. Alright, so what are we going to have? So we have 2 open hands. We have 2 fists, which I don't know what he'd be holding. Ironically, I could actually use one of those for my sound waves because my sound wave didn't actually come with a double set of hands. And then we got finger pointing. So how about we go pointy hand for this one. And we'll go closed hand for this one. So we didn't get all this with Grimlock, because Grimlock didn't really have much in the way of accessories. Actually, didn't have any accessories. So that way he can, if I can get his head to actually turn, which is actually pretty tight. So maybe I'll push his head too far down. Just give it a bit of a wiggle to get it a little bit higher. So that way he can be, I don't even think I can get, oh yeah, here we go. Can do that. Ugh. Do that. You are a fool, Megatron! I am terrible at doing voices. So we'll put that on the side. I actually quite like how that looks. I suppose if you really wanted to, you could do a close hand and have him so it looks like he's blasting. But honestly, I like the thought of Starscream pointing. I don't know why, I just really like it. Alright, so here is Starscream, Yolopart's Starscream. Not too bad. Oh, that I might put a bit of cleaning fluid or something on that head to give him a bit more movement. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't know if you can. I can just make it out. There you go. He does have red eyes. Not the best painted at that scale, but still. Although, honestly, you know what he's missing? He's missing a smile. My God, every single G1 Starscream should at least come with the option to have a smirk. So, there we go. So, yeah, not too bad. Back detail's pretty damn good. You know, yes, you've got holes in his fists, but like as usual, you shouldn't really be looking at that anyway. So, yeah, clean back. This is alright, even though it's not traditional for Starscream, but I'm up for it. Also, I'm just looking at the wings, because they're not really his F-15 wings, are they? Not with all this extra detail. So, you know, each of their own. So, head can do a full 360 if you can get the grip to do so. I'm trying not to get my hand in the way that it's going to press on those air filters. Oh, God, that is tight. You can get him to look down. You can get him to look up. Probably a little bit more if you lift his head off his peg a little bit more. Obviously, arm goes out this far. You could get 360 if his wings wasn't in the way. You have... I'm going to just take his null ray off because I'm concerned I'm going to break it. He does have very tight upper bicep rotation, which of course is attached to the upper arm when it plugs in. Elbow bend, a little bit beyond 90. Wrist rotation, no fingers, no finger articulation because it's all molded and stuff. So no thumbs, no fingers, no such and such. You do have a waist swivel, which actually is pretty clean. Like, yes, I've got a bit of a gap between his waist. I wish that was a little bit tighter. Maybe I haven't got plugged in far enough, perhaps. I don't know. I think it's just a little bit of clearance. But it misses the wings really nicely, so that's all right. Obviously, there's no ab crunch. Legs go back that far. Get his finger out of the way. Legs go forward that far. You probably get a little bit higher if you tilt it out to the side, because obviously the front skirts do not move. You have upper thigh rotation. You also have ball peg at the hip. I suppose you could also say he's got a sort of a back and front butterfly joint. Weirdly. Nice articulation at the knees. He has obviously a ball jointed ankle. So you have a little bit out, a little bit in, a little bit out, some down, and quite a bit up. And of course, you can take the null rays and put them on, and I'm assuming I haven't got any of those. I was going to say you could probably use that in the fist, but It's too big. And of course, like I said, you can put them on, put them off. It's all up to you. So there we go. As for size comparisons, here he is with the two we've already got. Here he is with Soundwave. And here he is with Grimlock. So, probably only because of his air filters, he's a little bit taller, but not by much. Also, I don't know, I would like these to be blackened, but I'm not artistic enough to be able to do something like that without ruining it and having to get another one. So there we go. Otherwise, for that, we do have, of course, MP10. So there we go. And here he is with Make Toys Meteor, their take on Masterpiece Starscream. Which, yes, I admit I have to pause and go get my figures because I don't actually know who it is. So there we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't mind these, honestly. My youngest nephew is actually after one of these, and I'm like, well, I'll try to get you another one. I'll try to get you one that I don't have, or I do have, I should say, and we'll go from there. Oh, God, that neck. Yeah, I think I'm going to either shave a little bit off or put a little bit of detergent in there to get his head to move, because, oh, God, that's tight. There we go. Get it back to the pose that I was liking. So, there we go. So Starscream's all farewell, Megatron. Okay. So if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. And apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.